Right, very good morning. So, very good morning. Yay, we got people in. What's going on at the tube? We're in chaos. What's going on in the tube? How many players have we lost? That's a few, yes sir. Why we lost the players? 'Cause we can't pay the wages. Players on strike, wanting a move. It's chaos. Who'd have thought we won a cup last year? We're in chaos. Why? Who is running a club? Can't get players. We're looking in the bargain basement bin. Should we be this way? No, we deserve better. We deserve better. Do we get what we want? Well, the stats say we lost those players 'cause they wanted more money. What's going on at the tube? So, good morning to you all. There's no words written down. No, there be no words written down. So, we're angry. We're angry because we're now looking in the bargain bin. Shocking. Utterly shocking. So, where do we go from here? Bargain bin. That's where we go. Correct, Pete. Yeah, I do use this. Yes, I do. Although there's not much left of it. So, in football, we'll rely, in football terms, yeah, bargain bin is kind of the food banks. Yeah, so it is what it is. Not what we can do about it. Led up a road, a path. One thing, right, I was looking at last night, and I was looking at Led Zeppelin last night. Somebody was playing some of the chord positions, so I'm going to be doing bits of Led Zeppelin. 30 seconds worth. And the reason why is one of the biggest bands on planet Earth. So, what's going to happen? There's the Sealer Cups this weekend. Alexander Isak's on strike. Not good. Oh, okay, it does. Okay, it does. Okay. You know, I mean, there are, like I've said many times before, many times, there are lots of people who want to rip into me. You're one of them, obviously. And one thing I will say is this, and this is to Daz Wells. I looked at your comment the other day and I was like, okay, who is this person? You're using an image, and that image, as everybody can see in chat, is me. So you hate, you absolutely hate, but you still use the image. Mm. Why? Mm. Morning, John. People like the does. I'm not really bothered about. I'm just plodding on this course. Yeah. The government know what I'm trying to achieve. They know what I'm trying to achieve, and that's as much as you need to know. So you know, if you can throw all of these different objects out. This is done. This is done. This is done, etc. You can do all that. That easy to do it. Really easy to do it. But you try doing what I'm doing. You try that on for size. Daz is saying, here's the thing, Mr. G. I don't hate you called me a liar and threatened me with a man from London. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. The people in London are legal, by the way. They're not going to come up to you with a crowbar or anything like that. They are legal people, legal minds. So you see, years and years ago, a lot of people don't realize this, but there are people in power who can help. And you just got to talk to them. Yeah. And if you talk to them, you give them ideas, they may implement those ideas. My my tribunal, which was in North Shields, up in the northeast. What happened was all bus drivers have a union. You join the union after you've passed your test. The union you pay subs to, which means you're covered. But I got signed out of the union under medication. Taking that particular day where I'd gone to physiotherapy and Ethan had put me through a brutal course of exercises. Second I left his office, 2 tramadol. Traffic. Got stuck in traffic for 45 minutes. And as most of you know, most of you, well, you should do, in 45 minutes from taking medication, that medication normally kicks in. And that meant that basically you could talk to us, but you didn't get much out of us. And I got handed a bit of paperwork. That bit of paperwork was, I want to sign out. I want to relinquish. And that's what happened. Can Newcastle United Somalian fan club get a shout out? Somalian, yeah. Well, any one can. Sounds like Ethan give you. Oh yeah, man. The sessions with Ethan, yeah, they were. But I'm not in Newcastle anymore. I'm somewhere else. Baz and I were doing a meet and greet before the match. Okay. What I was showing you the other day in the picture Now, there's a couple of people, Mark H, getting this wrong. Say years and years ago, right? I bought something and it's loud. It's very, very loud. Do you want to see it? I'll show you. Now, you see that there? Yeah? That's the fan, which goes on the end here. There's one board. And there's two boards there. That board is fire damaged. That one there. Yeah? But they go in there. Now all that does, all that machine does is maths. That's it. It doesn't do anything other than maths. BTC. Now, as you can see, my machine. So Dave Wells is saying 0 patron subscribers. Hold on. Let's give Dave his 30 seconds. Let's give him 0 purchases of Mr. G coin, 0 working apps, jobs applied for nil pois, dates with real women, 0 super chats, 0 believers in chat. So there you go, Dave Wells. You've had me doing your chat. Now, what I want to say to you is this. Many people have failed, fell over, broken bones, etc. But they're still trying. Do you know why they're still trying? Because, you know, when people come along who turn around and go, you've got 0, guess what? There are 34 people in chat. The other morning, there was 100 plus. You don't like, Dave, you don't like, there's a very easy thing to do. And it's that. Move on. Yeah? The world in which we live in is a cruel and a very brutal place to live. It is. I don't go down the negative. So from today onwards, every time you put a post up, like your post, which is right there, that post is going to go straight in the bin. Just like that. And as I said just before, we don't live in a perfect world. If we did live in a perfect world, people wouldn't have to go and get food from a food bank. There would be jobs aplenty instead of places where unemployment is high. So, yeah, you can go on about this, you can go on about that and the other. But your comment is going in the bin. Because that's the thing, right? I've noticed a few people who do this to other people on YouTube. Yeah. And one thing I was noticing the other day, yeah, I look at, like, say, here's another example for you. Daz Wells is using my picture for his YouTube. He has no video and he has no subscriber. So, Daz's case, for him to get to 1001, he has a lot of work to do. He has an immense amount of work to do. Now I've got 2,300 plus. Some of those, like today, chatting and singing about Newcastle United, our club. Sometimes I'm showing you stuff that is on a laptop. So I'm showing you. The fact that ages and ages and ages ago, I signed up for Patreon. Yes, I did. I was watching other content creators who, some of them have buy me a coffee. It's not on my YouTube, but I know I can have it there. And you can try as hard as you want. But why would you do that in the first place? Are you telling the whole world you're perfect? That you live in a wonderful place where you've got servants to do every whim? Huh? You see, the world isn't perfect. John, not interested in OnlyFans. Not interested at all. Because I watched a program about that. I think with 7 different people on it. And you think what happens here when trolls come in. Yeah. And trolls turn around. What was that? What was that? Hello, I'm the CEO of Special Surprises. Oh my. Special Surprises was created in Newcastle upon Tyne. Guess what? I'm not there anymore. And he has the kick. Here is the kick. You know that thing called a driving license, Dave? You know that thing called a driving license? Yeah? Well, when you move to a new place, doesn't matter where it is, if you move from number 30 to number 55, well, you've got to send your driving license in to Swansea. Everybody has to do the same thing. Doesn't matter whether you are a normal, hard-working person or the King of England. You still have to send your driving license in. Now, with mine, here's what happened. With Special Surprises, here's what happened. That little bit of card, yeah, went to Swansea during COVID. So I didn't have a driving license for 9 solid months. So I lost Seek special surprises. I lost it. There you go. I lost it. Now, it had potential. Yes, it did. It had lots of potential. Offering things cheaper because they are Chinese. That's it. But I lost it. You move on. You can't chase something that is lost. It's like trying to catch a tenner in Gear Force Winds. Try catching a tenner in Gear Force Winds. It's gone. So, yeah, you can look at the negative. You can. But why look at the negative when there's a positive? And that's what you're not doing. It's all right to turn around and say, yeah, that this failed, that failed, the other failed, 99% of everything fails. What about 1%? What about the 1%? Yeah. People turned around and said about my YouTube channel, "Oh, quickly, do this, do this. You've got to follow him. You've got to follow what he's saying. Unsubscribe. Do this, do that, do the other." It's a business, mate. It is a business. End of. Some people, Matt Armstrong, BMX, down the road in Leicester, now have 2 channels. Channel 1, Matt Armstrong BMX. Channel 2, Mark 2. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waiting for content. There you go. Yeah. Loads of people sending laughing emojis. Yeah. Send them. Because one thing is certain. One single thing is certain. It's not going to stop. 2037. It may. It may. It may. I'm not saying it's going to stop, but it may. And if you are still around by that time, you'll have learned. Because the one thing, and I'll probably still mention it at the time, I don't give up. If something falls on its backside, like special surprises through the driving license, you move on. I don't dwell on a failure. No. I move on. I move on because we have to move on. Like this season, our football club, our players, going to have to roll your sleeves up. Why? Because every other team wanted our players and got our players. So we're going to have to properly roll our sleeves up and say, we want top 5. I want higher than top 5. I want at least 4th. But the players are going to have to step up. Because the players who we should have got, well, they're playing for other teams. The likes of Manchester United with Sesko, yeah? We've got to show Manchester United twice. This season, home and away. We've got to show that player who is going to be paid an enormous amount of money. We have to show him he chose the wrong team because we're going to beat you twice. The other team, Liverpool, that's going to be harder. Ekatiki, yeah? It's going to be harder because we know he's going to score goals. We know they've got Salah. We know they've got other players. But we got to try. Roll your sleeves up. Put in a shift. So, like I say, you can, if you wish, look at all of the negative. You can do that. If it makes you happy, look at all the negative. Look at all the failures. I don't do that. I move forward. So, the hope is what I'm doing pays off. There we go. I'm not, well, look at it this way, right? Dubravka has done a tremendous job for Newcastle United. He's been in goal while Nick Pope's been out injured, and he's done bloody good. He's now gone somewhere else. And we move forward. Why do I talk about football so much when you have no job, no kids, no family? Dave, right. There you go, mate. What do you know, really, honestly, at the end of the day, I'm going to class that guy now as my number one troll. Because does he want me to still breathe? I mean, come on, man. Snap out of it, man. Really, negative, 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 negative. Why? I just don't get it. Why? 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 Constant attack. Why? Anyway, where was I? So, this weekend, the Sealer Cup, then the big one starts. I'll say this much, right, John? If the world was perfect, we'd all be better. Every single one of us. But it's not. Oh, I see, Hydra. I see. Because I'm such an easy target. I see. Okay. Yeah, that's the next village. There is no rug pull. There never was. That was Bok Bok, who was the very first person who mentioned it. I'm not going to shut my YouTube channel. Not for nobody. And the reason the coin was created is to help. That is it. Nothing more. It's not going to make you a cup of coffee. It's not going to cook you a meal. No, it's not. It's just to help. And as I stated yesterday, as I stated the other day, if it's good enough for the current president of the United States of America in Donald John Trump, it's good enough for me too. So there you go, Abe. There is no rug pull because at the end of the day, people that do that tend to go to prison. End of. There we go. I'm not sure about what's going to happen. Not sure at all. I know this much. Our players are going to have to seriously roll their sleeves up. It's going to be a brutal, hard season. That is true. It is going to be a brutal, hard season. Staying out of the bottom half of the Premier League season, that's a mission. It's a mission impossible. Dun, 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 dun. But it is. Because who we wanted, I think we've missed out on 8 players now. That's utterly disgusting to miss out on 8 players. So, Abe, right? That's what they say. I don't know about crypto. Well, do you know something, Abe? There's a lot of people in the United Kingdom who still haven't got a clue. And that's the honest truth. But it's some protein. Okay, yeah. So, to all of you, can't do a lot until the end of the month. But still going to provide content. Still going to provide music. Still going to provide songs. So it's better than a poke in the eye with a bloomin' hot stick. Now, the hope is this. Some of the targets Matty was talking about this morning could come in. It's bargain basement, yes, but we need bodies. So, hopefully, we need new CEO, sporting director, and put the club back on some kind of track. Because at the minute, between now and January, it's going to be hard. The hardest since a certain person, the owner of Sports Direct, last owned us. Look where we were then. It's possible. So, thank you all very much. Anyway, wishing you all a wonderful day, wherever you may be. See you all 7 p.m.